Okay, greetings. I'm just making sure this is working. Okay. I think I heard myself all right on a live. Oh, I'm hearing voices now. Sorry, let's not go there. um. All right. Greetings on this Wednesday. Survived the day, sort of. Yeah. Getting rid of the old man stuff. The boss is getting rid of all his old stuff. And retaliation is not good coming from his end. Yeah, it's only so much he can hold on to though, because there's not much of it left. So that's good. Mm. Yeah, it's good to get rid of stuff, even if it's free. Even if you're trying. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't know what the future looks like. That's for sure. Hopefully, it looks bright. I don't know. All right. Greetings, everyone. All right. So I think this is the chat portion of the webinar. Thanks for posting your questions. Hopefully, I'll have to do this twice or three times for that matter. Knock on wood. Changes in the air. All right, Chrissy. Hayden's going to be living permanently in this intellectually disabled adults group next week. Does this place get a lot of alien abductions? I certainly hope not. Well, not really. Just people just leave their body a lot. Feels like they play chess, which is hilarious seeing that. I get chess. Huh. Well, they're still playing their life game, you can say. So, yeah, I don't think so. No, they have to deal with themselves. They got no problems. um, well, at the higher level, they're hard to disabled people on a higher level. It can be very difficult to get a hold of because they're just all over the place. You know, they might be disabled here, but in a higher astral, they're just at their full capacity to some level. So they're hard to catch and all that. So, yeah, there's that. So I don't think so. No. Did Hayden's higher self pick this place? The name is called Hay House. Huh? Yes. Well, it's the place that can handle him. You know, he's like the Hulk. You know, as you know, you're the mother of the Hulk, basically. You know, he's like the child version of the Hulk. So, can you imagine that? I mean, you already lived it. Something like having a green Hulk trying to tear everything apart and everything. You've seen a version of it. You don't want the type that goes around tearing houses apart. That's for sure. It's where I think you've definitely been mother of that also. So, and he probably was that to some capacity too. So, not that he's trying to be that way. It's just he gets frustrated. You know how he is. He's not trying to do those things. So, yeah, it's just the way I see it. How I think it just he had to be who he is here because his knowledge, his energy. As to do his, you know, it is kind of torture for him, as you know. That's why he acts the way he does. Yeah, I get so frustrated because people don't understand him. He's trying to be telepathic. He's very powerful telepathic, but it's not getting through. So, so he does it verbally, and it doesn't go so well. So, there's definitely good there. It's just a lot of frustration there, as you know, because he can't get his language out. He can't verbalize what he's saying like he'd like to. Definitely a lot of inner testing he's doing with himself. Chris, was Mike Tyson and Jake Paul match collusion? Did they agree before that Jake would win? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. You'll never be able to prove that, though. Of course, it feels like Mike stood down a lot. I don't think he wanted to hurt him. Mike was trying to be. It's like better off just like step back than go like hardcore, go for it. He's too old to, you know. Do you want to be like Mike Tyson and really cause some damage at that age? You know what I mean? And I feel like he doesn't. He's gotten softer, and it shows. So it's all theater. Like he did that slap, which is kind of funny. I think the slap, before they fought, like I think it was somehow some point before the show, before yeah the show. I think it's just showing it's kind of theater, giving people what they want. But I feel like he could have won though easily. Yeah, in one punch, or you know how he is. It's Mike Tyson, man. It's Mike Tyson. But I feel like he didn't want to win. He's softened up. He truly has, which is not a bad thing. He's really cooled down, which is says a lot about somebody like that because he's been on the on the rampage most of his life. So, is there a spirit wants to tell me anything? The year of end of 2024. We graduated through a great deal. They do show you as a cheetah running through the fires of life. Obviously, there's a lot more. They can't reveal everything. You're just figuring things out. There's alternate connections and revealing. Like your intuition will tell you things that, yeah, you're getting downloads. You probably have some idea of it. If you're not always trusting it, little by little, you get like Putin. You might see him as something else, like a draconian or something, or it's not as bad as people say it is, and you just get downloads, just know stuff, and just to trust it. Well, it's up to you, but it's gonna trust it. It's up to you. Crystal, any messages? Swimming's good, and just anything with water, and just you're still doing release after a divorce situation. So just communication with friends, family is good, and just internal release is still in progress. At the Atlantis Resort today, I felt like I healed some Atlantean timelines. Anything about that? Yeah, you're a crystalline being, so also the cataclysms there you connected to. So I feel like it actually helps some ghosts cross over. Some Atlantean ghosts are still there. There's a lot there. Yeah. Like the Bermuda Triangle, that's kind of like a ghost portal. There's, there's ghosts all through that place. Just kind of still reliving that whole event. Yeah, give you chills actually. Angel, Saturday evening, Saturday early morning, and on the 16th I woke up. Fingerprint black and blue, bruises on my left. Jeez, wrist, another black and blue on top wrist under the skin. Yeah, it's an abduction. Yeah, I'll clear your energy out. This is Zeta. It feels like they're trying to microchip you. They didn't get any, like, or just, yeah, they're just messing with you. I wouldn't freak out about it. Just clear their energy out. Just clear out any adversaries, enemies, ex relationships. Any like romantic relationships in the past. I just release all of those. Do any energy cleanses. Just cut your cords at all of them. I feel like there was like some alien retaliation to a brat breakup in the past here in the physical. So that you connect with that. Like the alien version of that person. You feel that one out though. Question two: what group is my strongest support on this mission? Seems like Palladian. There's Arcturian, but Palladian seems to be Syrians are there, the felines are there. I feel like the Palladian due to the human connection between the two, because they're just humanoid. So it's just, but follow your feelings on that. It could be also other alien races are picking up, as our minds can create all kinds of stuff too. So, but it feels very Palladian. Annie, a coworker of mine, Miss Mary got bitten by a cat recently. Can you tell me if Carmel? Yeah, they're just kind of fighting. Yeah. Well, so she's not connecting with herself. I think it's more to get her attention. Her cat connections. I think it was like she's not paying it. Miss Mary is not paying attention too much. So technically, it is karma. It was just a cat's trying to talk to her, get through to her. He'll get that. It wasn't not to be malicious. It might seem that way. I don't think it was the case. You know how it is. It's like kids, you know, going crazy. It's kind of the same thing. Question two: another coworker, Shelby, had her son and husband got impetigo on their skin. Yeah, but also shows that the connection those two have for each other too. Her son and husband, or both of those two, are brothers. I would say blood brothers in other incarnations. Think of it as like something happens to one of them, and then it happens to both of them. Not on all cases, but there is definitely some kind of a twin connection between the two of them. So you tap into that. It's very intense. It's very blood related, though. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Um, I think the two of them are releasing a lot of, they both have kind of self love issues that they're kind of battling. I see the two of them in the Old West. Actually, I see the two of them as bank robbers. Maybe not high end bank robbers. I think they kind of are terrible at it, but it feels like they dabbled with some. They might not even went for it. They might not have actually did it, but it seemed like there was a little bit of scandalous energy between the two of them. So kind of like Bonnie and Clyde, but they're brothers. Huh. Yeah, they were kind of shady. They weren't horrible. No, they just they had their they had their dark side though. Cloud waterfall. My neighbor has been gone for over 2 weeks. They're making me very uncomfortable because they're directly next to my unit. I just wanted to know if they'll be back. I'm going to be, well, yeah, they'll probably be gone for a couple months, possibly. It's hard to say when they're going to come back, but enjoy it while it lasts. Question two: would messaging Camilla to socialize be a good idea? I know her from work, and it's to a healing modality called Oronics. Having anyone like-minded in my life was, well, you just gotta be careful not to be, too weird, too awkward, too. Just be casual about it. Don't make a big deal about it. If she wants to hang out, just keep it simple. You don't want to overdo it, overthink it. Bobby, no other countries other than the U.S. and New Zealand allow pharmaceuticals ads on TV. Interesting. Do you see U.S. waking up to how dependent on prescription drugs is in chemical warfare in society? And big pharma like tobacco. At some point, yeah, it hasn't quite, because they're still reliant on it. No, this older generation, like in their 60s and 70s, they're still reliant on it. Even my generation's probably still reliant on it to some level, or our generation. So, yeah, these new kids that are here, generation, what, X or Z or whatever they call it, Z or Oh, the ones that are broke all the time. They're breaking down. Like the ones in their 20s. Is anything gonna be left when they get older? So, but they might want to be on marijuana and nothing else. You know what I mean? Nothing else. So, yeah, it's they're breaking down the old system. And it is the starseed energy coming through, but they'll just get hooked to something else. So, probably marijuana, and you know, but there's some still that are very old fashioned. You know how it is. But yeah, eventually that will break down at some point. I don't know in our lifetime. It's a possibility. That's a big one, as you know. There's a lot of Nazi energy there, mind control. So it's like alternative media. The manipulation just moves to a different level. It goes from mainstream to the alternatives. So when you have alternative drugs like marijuana, it just so the big pharma will still be around. If it's big. It's big. You'll find some way to stay alive for now until it becomes the big marijuana company or whatever psychedelic treatments. So yeah, I mean, the newspapers are still around, barely. So pharma is obviously a lot different. Supposedly they keep people alive. This sedated. It keeps the NPC stuff going on. That's for sure. Uh, but yeah, it's possible in our lifetime. I, but you know how it is. Like I said, the manipulation will just change. Question two: I try to avoid prescription drugs, but it's getting tiring trying to heal myself on. Am I going to have a compromise, reclaim my body from these blood sucking invaders? Well, see, that's the other thing. The big pharma, it's like modern treatments. There is good there. It's not all. Like alternative media can only, or alternative medicine can only do so much. So chemical warfare that's in the pharmaceutical stuff does work. So yeah, I think it's not, it sucks being on some kind of drug, but what you're going through sucks. And I think you can find treatment. I think they can, because it's legalized for them to do all these testing and all that. You know, they have the resources to actually do some good. So yeah, it's definitely not all bad for sure. Because they do blood pressure medicine, which does work. Because a lot of people are just not paying attention to what they're and of course some people are just hereditary too. So I mean, like food here is killing people. What the chemicals in food is killing a lot of people, or is it slow death, right? Because they're overeating and all that, because of all the stress and everything. But the pharmaceutical stuff I think it's keeping people more alive than killing them off, what I'm feeling. And of course, even personally, you can't always help everything, The hereditary, our DNA is so whack jobbed. So I think the pharmaceuticals there is a lifeline there, so it's not all bad, just like anything else. So yeah, if it's the right medicine, yeah, it can work. Is what I'm getting at. So I think it is worth looking into if you can. It just you don't have to take what you're not comfortable with. Julian, I was at home when I pinged my location on my phone and it kept insisting I was a few streets away. Ouch. Orange Street. Ball was orange. Red's dad. I don't know what that means. Anyway, the dog across the tree is named Red. Doing an incorrect map location search. My dad calls was my daddy. Any extra tips of healing, clearing this? There's a lot going on there. I'm trying to. Yeah, they just are. Yeah, blood brothers. Yeah. Um. Yeah, just do a. Well, it's an indication that they're connected for sure. Yeah, they kind of walked into each other's energy. No, it's good to do a clearing there for sure. They kind of, I don't feel like they're battling each other. Yeah, as you can probably tell. Well, at least that's what I'm seeing. At least I'm feeling a battle. So no, that was your guides talking to you also. Yeah, or your dad's guy. Yeah, its guides were related to it. The incorrect map location. Yeah, they're definitely leading you to do a clearing. Yeah, just do an overall clearing. What you feel you need to do. Uh, for fun, pick the page number from ET Study Guide to help me personally explore my channel, whatever it was best, my connection. Can I pick a page? Uh, I'm not sure. This Arturian page. I don't know what page that is. I'm not sure if there's anything on page 7. There's that too, but Arturian, anything with the Arturians, yeah, they're just Arturians. Yeah, they're 5D beings. They're not used to being physical. I guess got a recent connection with this. They work with the Palladians because the Palladians are more. They can connect more to physicality because they're humanoid. Arcturians can be Palladian, can be humanoid also, still not the same. So they work with every group. Alien group has their ups and downs and their advantages. The Palladians just has their very similar to that because we have their DNA. Of course, it goes back to the feline and so on. The Arcturians are kind of like you think of it as the wizards, the sorcerers, maybe too powerful for this planet, but not necessarily knowing how to use it. It's because you have power doesn't mean you know what the hell is going on. You know how it is. Um, it just doesn't always work. Sometimes you just need beings that are more grounded here. Brock, been connecting more to my true prime self. That's a good idea. We're just wondering if there's any messages. Well, the thing about your prime self is like there's the prime self that works for you in this life. Yeah. I don't know why I get a barbecue. Like you're adding some barbecue sauce or some flavor to your life in this life. You've had some lifetimes you felt kind of bland, or yeah, at least that's what I'm getting. Either way, you're adding more sauce to your direction here. You're spicing things up currently. So yeah, um, you've definitely been a giant in your past. If that helps at all. Any messages in general? Well, as you can tell, being here is like being in a video game, and it's almost like a Rick and Morty episode, meaning that you just kind of take in, you don't, you can always ask, your spirit, your connections, what do I need to learn from this, or what am I getting from this, and all that. But I feel like it will give you some hints, not everything. Just keep going forward, keep being inventive, keep creating. Yeah, keep being yourself. That sounds general, but it'll start to unlock over time. I did get a vision right now of you similar to like Cyclops that's in the X-Men, with the laser eyes. See how you feel about that. Sarah, I told I was married to Donald Trump 5 times in other lifetimes. I stayed for 3. Why were they drawn to each other? What did my soul learn from him? And what did you learn from me? And what star systems? Um, uh, we were very magnetic. You're very mysterious, like a voodoo princess. Maybe not exactly, but I think you know. I mean, very hypnotic. You just like you wanted to learn from him. Because you knew he can do good things, even if he had like this strange side to him. You just knew that he could be, I get destructive, but also constructive. You saw his potential. So I mean, you gotta feel this out. I even feel like, yeah, you've been like, what do you call it, a mistress also. So, but I feel like you also been married to him as a mistress, like hidden. So, yeah, Sirius seems to be where this happened at. It can be other versions of Earth too, but feels definitely serious. And what he learned from you is that he can't be trusting. He can't be good because he wasn't always that way, as you can see. So I think he showed his good side to you, where he was pretty bad in the public, you know. So he softened up a lot. Of course, this life has helped out a lot. I'm not sure how much of him is there right now, but question two awoke Tuesday morning and my true birthday. At 3 a.m., went into an uneasy panic. What was going on? There, I would like to personal. Interesting. It's almost like you feel like you've been reborn. It sounds weird. Almost feel like you were like in. You felt almost like you teleported back to. Not exactly, but it's like you feel like you're in the womb again, and you're reborn. You went through some kind of rebirth. Yeah, you're releasing a lot. It was almost like I'm free, and you're like free from the old timelines. That can be weird. Yeah, it feels like you kicked out your old self. Yeah, that was a big deal. Yeah, it's like you stepped out of the shower. It's like, better now. It's kind of like that. Yeah, that's neat. Diane, is there any reason why I like twinkle white lights so much? I have over my. Oh, that is really cool. It shows your frequency you're at. That's neat. That's really cool to have. That's well, it's like fairies stuff, twinkling. Think of it that way. Pixies, fairies. You're in like a twinkling reality. That's rare. I've not seen that's freaking hilarious. That's hilarious. That's great. It's just that you're just like giving like you yourself giving hints. You're not really explaining everything. Just I'm here. So yeah, that's a nice environment though. Think about a healing environment for sure. Yeah, it just reminds you of home, a twinkling home. Yeah, you're like sitting there minding your own business, reading a book or laying in a hammock, like when your sisters or someone wanders around, twinkling in the sky or something like that. It's like something like that. That's neat. Any messages for me about my stocks and crypto? Just go with the flow. I mean, it's all third dimensional stuff. It's all just, yeah, I mean, it's important, obviously, for to survive and everything. It's good to focus on that. Just relax your energy and just go with the flow of it. Just have fun with it. All play. Like the less that you push it, I mean, yes, put energy towards it, but also you're kind of in the driver's seat too. You're just let it flow with you. Like the less not that you're trying to control it, just let it, just connect to its frequency, what you are doing. So let go of the human stuff and just let your soul, just let yeah, it's not perfect, but yeah, just do what you got to do. You don't want to lose a bunch. You don't want to, yeah, don't follow your soul too much where you just start, screw everything. You don't want to do that. But definitely put the intentions of what you're trying to do with your cryptos and your stocks, for financial abundance. Michaela, my relationship with my biological father has always been strained, currently extreme. There has been a lot of long periods of my life where my father and I did not talk. My older sister does not talk to him. We've been trying to connect with him past 2 years. What is the best approach to take dealing with my father in a situation my mother has passed? My father is Israeli and I've always had difficulty. Well, yeah, it's just Israel. It's his upbringing, obviously, right? His headstrong upbringing. So it's very arrogant on his end. Yeah, I mean, not to put you in defense. He kind of wishes you were a boy and all that, but he just has, you know how he is. He has just trouble connecting to anybody, even if you were male. You still have. So that's why he feels so lost too, because you don't know what to. Like, should I be this? Should I be that? What should I be for you, father? And he doesn't even know. It's good you who you are, though. It's you. You need, yeah. You just need to like. This is who I am, and you can't change that, father. And your father needs to grow up. Father still is acting very childish, as you can see. And you're actually evolving, and he is not. Because you're wishing to connect with him. This is good, but he's not evolving. So he's a kid, and you're growing up. So I mean, literally, spiritually, I would say you're getting more mature than he is. So of course you can't tell him that. I've been staying with my grandmother for the past month, and I'm still looking for a home place to stay. My aunt is staying here this week, and my father won't allow me to stay at his place. The whole situation has hit rock bottom. I'm trying to work my way out of the situation. Feel quite wounded. Any advice or guidance? I'm really feeling disconnected. I would do an energy cleansing of his energy. I would put my intention to clear out his energy out of yours. Obviously you're still connected to him. That's okay. You're going to just you don't want him controlling you. This is why it's hard for you to read what to do. And it had its cycle, but it feels like you've had enough of it. Yeah, clear out all his crazy. Like, you still connect to him, he's still relevant. You're just clearing out his insecurities out of your frequency, so you can think better and be more yourself, and just bring back your power. Yeah, tell yourself, yeah, you are worth more than this. And he's still a good guy somewhere. It still exists, but it's like you are not a teenager anymore. He can't tell you what to do, and bring back your power, and things can change for you energetically. It's just you're dealing with his adolescence. Yeah, he's like a kid. He really is. He's like a bully and a kid. And you are definitely evolving. I could feel it. You might not feel that way because it's painful what you're going through. But I feel like you are. Your inner strength is getting stronger. I'm not just saying that. You probably feel it. It's just painful. So it's almost like he's like, okay, Dad, I'm the adult now, and you are. And he can't push you around energetically anymore. He means well. I mean, he's not he's just, he's just a kid, basically, if I'm getting from him. A hardcore kid. Uh, Larissa, today my boyfriend Luke's birthday, so I wanted to see if anyone has any messages for him that I can pass on, perhaps my mother or father. His mother and father both passed earlier in toddler years. Anyone has guidance. I'm not sure how he's believing any of this stuff. I'm not sure if he's how far he is with all that. Just, I mean, his mom and dad passed, and they went to his energy to help him through all this. You can say their mission was to bring him into the world, and he's wanting a lot of independence. this has happened before. It's not the first time it's happened. He's actually been an orphan in previous lifetimes, and he's kind of was in this life technically. So he's an orphan kid. So you just have a different type of upbringing. You can't they kind of get used to that. So you get used to that environment. Just he's learned this is part of his survival skills. He's kind of like Peter Pan, you can say. Yeah, he just does things his own way. So, but it's okay. He's still kind of figuring himself out, as you can see. So his mom and dad are kind of like brother and sister to him, but they're still mom and dad. Still play a big role, but it's just he's had incarnations where he just does not need a family. I mean, he has family, but in an unconventional sense. The people around him, he just does things differently. Question two: I took a short video of my cat Midnight popping out of his shoebox. Oh my gosh! For a little over 2 weeks ago, after he pops his head out, very clear what orb comes out of the floor, passes right over the camera. Oh, that's cool. Feel like a gentle, playful spirit. Yeah, he's definitely playing with him. It has something to do with the midnight. No, it's a fairy. The orb is a fairy. They're playing with each other. Yeah, feels very fairy-like. Yep. And it feels like a female fairy, and she just looks at midnight as like a big, almost like a. She looks at him like he's like a little lizard cat. It's kind of like cats are kind of like lizards, right? So just I think she calls him lizard cat. Anyway, just to make fun of each other. They're like kids, yeah. They're just freaking hilarious. Kind of like brother and sister playing. Yeah. And it's also help your energetic, help you get through what you need to go. So just having some fun, just give me something to laugh about. Esmeralda, I've been having issues at work with my management. Do you see it getting any better? Yeah, just choose your words carefully. Good to. Sometimes it's better not to say anything. Say what you need to say, but quiet is cool. It's okay. It's okay. It's just your manager is going through a lot of life issues, so it's not going to say anything there. I feel like he's just going through a lot. So it's a reflection of his chaos, or he or she or whoever it says. Yeah. And with the woman that my husband left for, will she ever have kids from him? I don't know. I feel like they're fighting that. I don't think they want kids right now. I don't think he can handle it. He's too busy dealing with himself and all his bad decisions. So I'm not sure if a kid wants to grow up around him after all he's done too. It's like, man, you need to get your act together over there. If they tried to have kids, I'm not sure if they'll ever have any luck with it. It might be the situation where it just isn't going to happen. Gives you an idea on that one, doesn't it? So they might be trying. It's possible. Um, it's yes and no there. So, but I don't think it'll ever work. 1 to 11. Can you tell me what kind of lives I've had with my sister Ginger? I've been cats, bobcats, cat people, and trees and all. Just running around like crazy cats. Just adventurers. Maybe too adventurous. I feel like I've also been twin sisters in past life too. So, and you've been a human, and she's been a cat, and it switched, and you were the cat or the dog, and she was the human. So you definitely been like watching. Definitely been brothers. Also, it feels like you saved as a male. You saved her life many, many times. Like you're the tough one. I'm not sure how tough she is. She might act like she's tough. I don't think she's all that tough. I think sometimes you're fighting her battles, or is helping her through her bad decisions. Let's put it that way. I saw you like as like with a shotgun or an old west, shooting someone, get somebody away from her. I feel like she was female, but you're male, like almost like a dad. I'm not sure if you were a dad, but yeah, we were trying to get rid of someone that was bothering her. Just to scare them off. Like the old west somewhere. I had a may I have a message from Archangel Michael? Yeah, sister energy. It's good to for you to look into that. Blood brothers in previous lives. Yeah, there's a lot of wounds there. It's it's good to you're yeah. You might think yourself as crazy tapping into it, but it feels like it's a good idea to clear it. It's pretty intense, actually. Vasco, any messages from my higher guidance? Yeah, you probably see different versions of the future. Not to get too worried, but you're definitely seeing different timelines that might occur. Yeah, we're in a land of crazy. So people thought Biden was bizarre. I think we're going to hit a whole new level next year. Well, it'll be entertaining. It already is in some ways, but I feel like you've seen Elon Musk on other realities where he's not what he says he is. Of course, same thing here. He was called something different. I think he's been a robot in his past, that's for sure. Kind of like those fancy robots. Um, Question two: what I've been up to in Astral. I see you on Novak, but I feel like you're dealing cards, like feeling what kind of timelines to bring in. Like what timeline you want to be a part of. What you want to experience here. And there's a lot of turbulence in the earth, but it's almost like it's a rocky, like in the river and the rapids get more intense. So yeah, you see that on a higher level. We're definitely slowly going into it. So, all right, so leave it with that. Um, Hopefully the audio is going through. I think so. All right, thank you everyone for posting your questions, and we'll be back tomorrow. All right, blessings.